Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Leonardo and today I'm going to be showing you how to create the sound of a heartbeat by using only software synthesizers. We're going to be using Serum, which is a piece of software that I love because it has tons of features and basically you can do anything with it. Let's go for it. Well, here we are. As you can see, I have already created a new instrument track and I have added also the Serum instrument. Just open it and make sure that we have selected the init preset. You do that by clicking on menu and then init preset. We are choosing this one because it's the one with less amount of configuration made to it, so it's going to be easier to just turn off all the things that we are not going to need. First of them is going to be the oscillators. We are not using any oscillators. We are using something else as the source for our pitch to make difference between the diastole and the systole of the heart. So our source of noise or source of sound is going to be the noise module, this one here. We just activate it, and basically the concept behind this will be to shape any noise, any sound into what we like, into what we are looking for by using the right techniques. I have chosen to make it easy for myself, so for that reason I've chosen this one here, the kick transient number number 2. I guess that's a good starter noise or sort of noise for us to work with. You can choose any other one, but then the process would be different. So let's choose it and let's see how it sounds. Okay, first thing we notice is that we just don't have one sound, but we have a stream of sounds. By the way, notice how it is completely independent to the key I'm pressing. It always is gonna sound the same. So we resolve this thing. We resolve this stream of sound by clicking on the one shot control, and that is gonna make the module just to trigger the sound just once when we press the key. This is exactly what we're looking for. So, as I mentioned before, our source of pitch is going to be here, the pitch control on the noise module, and that is going to be controlled by the velocity with which we press the keys. In Serum, that is extremely simple. You just have to drag the velocity label to the control you want to control with it, and that's basically it. So now you're gonna see how if I press a key with a high velocity, this is the pitch I'm gonna get, whereas if I press the key with low velocity, I get a lower pitch sound. Of course, this variation is extreme, is too broad, so we're gonna reduce it by clicking on this circle here, on this control here, and we're gonna put it to 20 because that's what worked for me. So I'm gonna leave it in 20. All right. That way we're not gonna have too much variation, and we can keep our heartbeat under control. Another thing that I would recommend is to add some randomness here to make it sound more natural. We're gonna squeeze the sound later on, but this will give a more human feel, which is what we're looking for. And that will be it for this tab, the oscillators tab. Now what we're gonna do is to modify the sound on the FX tab, and this is what is gonna make our heartbeat to sound more natural. First thing we're gonna do is to add some compression, so we drag the compressor to the top to be the first effect in the chain. We activate it, and then we just have to manipulate it to add some gain. That's the first thing we're looking for. We want to have enough gain so that the other effects that will come later on in the chain, they will have something to work with, especially the distortion. We're gonna add some distortion, spoiler alert. So that's pretty much it. Just some gain. Next thing we're gonna do is to add a tail to the sound. This is a very basic principle of sound sculpting or of sound manipulation. You can actually add tails by or make a sound longer by adding some reverb to it, which is what we're going to do. So this one is going to be easy as well, not much manipulation. We just change it to plate. We're gonna leave it a bit more open into a high cut. This we don't need at all, and we're gonna crank up the mix a little bit. Now what we have is this. Still doesn't sound like a heart, but we're getting there, don't worry. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna distort this reverb. So we're gonna distort the sound that comes from the noise generator and that is compressed, and also the tail that we added with the reverb. That is gonna make it more homogeneous and it's gonna make it sound as part of the same noise. For that, of course, we're gonna use the distortion effect. We set it to pre and we adjust this. We open it a little bit to also get some of the higher frequencies and some of the resonance as well. We need to crank up the drive a little bit more, and then we have now something that is getting closer but still not there. So at this point you would think, yeah, what am I missing in my heartbeat? Well, this is, think about this. Your heart, or a heart, is enclosed within a chest, is behind some tissue and some muscle, is the same acoustic principle as if somebody were talking to you from another room, or I don't know, it is the same acoustic principle as if somebody was talking to you from another room or from behind the door. The sound is muffled. There are no many high frequencies that you can hear. So this already gives us the hint on what we go next. It's going to be filtering, actually getting rid of some of the high frequencies to make it sound like this heart is enclosed within something, in this case within a chest. So we activate our filter, and here we need to make some slight adjustments to make it sound as our heartbeat. We're gonna cut it a lot, and that would be it. So now we have a functioning heart, and we have to find a way to make it sound steady and to make it sound alive. For that, I'm gonna make use of MIDI, and I'm gonna automate some of the velocity of the notes, and then I'm gonna make a loop to make it sound as a constant heartbeat. Right, so now, as you can see, I have created two notes with a slightly different velocity, one with 109, 110, and the other one with 80. And that already gives us the difference between systole and diastole that we're looking for. Then we just create a loop, we drag it, and that's basically it. Let's listen to it. Of course, we can tweak it a little bit more and make it and reduce a little bit. This might make it sound a bit more natural. And that's kind of the way you work with it. If it doesn't have your desired effect, if you haven't created exactly the sound you're looking for, you can always tweak it if you know what to tweak or what to look for. In this case, reducing a little bit the tail and making it a bit more natural might be the effect we're looking for. And that was it. Easy, right? I'm gonna be leaving also the patch for you to download in the description, so if you want to look at it or tweak it, please feel free. Also, if you believe that there are other ways in which we could achieve what I've done in today's video, please let me know. I'm open to discussion, and I know that my method is not the only one. So please comment and please give me a thumbs up so we can stay in touch, and see you in the next tutorial.